I believe this is working. Where's the old stream? Are they chats? So why is it making noise? Right. Yeah, do us a favour and leave some chats so I can see where they're popping up. I haven't done this in so long now. I'm totally out of my element. Though you could argue I'm like that anyway. Where's the fucking chats? There a second ago. If you're swearing at me right now, I can't see it. Okay, that's there. Back to Twitch. That's Twitch. Channel. Okay, there we go. Right. No one's chatting. That's fine. Okay, I'll put that down there. Hey, Tatjana. Okie dokie. Right, I'm just going to whoop, do the wrong thing here. Hey, Hesperus. I can't remember who you... I think I remember who... Everyone's got different avatars, so... I can't remember who everybody is. I remember who people are, but the avatars are different, so you're going to have to cut me some slack. So, what have we got here? Here is a page from Old Dog that has been color corrected for me by Tatjana, who's in the chat. Say hi to Tatjana. Am I saying it right? Tatiana. But I also have a couple of other pages here that I'm in the middle of. So what I'm trying to do is do all the rendering in one go. So I'm rendering characters at the moment. So I've done it on this page and I've done it on this page. And I'm going to do it here. And then I'll probably add some highlights afterwards to all 3 pages. So yeah, there we go. People are starting to pop off now. There we go. Style Mantis. It's a really terrible color for your avatar. I can barely read it. Yes, thanks for popping in. I used to do a lot of twitching when I was doing commissions, which was a couple of years ago now. So yeah, I'm well out of practice. Sorry, just having a bit of OT there now. Okay, so it's kind of weird to do this in front of an audience, considering I'm only kind of settling into this. So yeah, so I'm just going to show you. Tatjana will know this because this is what I got from Tatjana, where she was working off my color roughs. But after I gained tooth, yes, your constant bullying has made me return to Twitch. No, I thought I might try this at some stage. I have a day where I don't have to. This is the only thing I'm really working on today, and I figured I'd maybe try a couple of hours. You know, 1, it's promotion for the book, but 2, people seem to wanted me to do it, so there you go. So yeah, I'm going to be very bad at this, so you're going to have to just bear with me. So anyway, so Tatjana, she would have done color corrections based on my layouts, which is roughly what I had in here, but then I since then decided to kind of go with a slightly bluer scene for this to well, I'm not going to show you the early pages, but it's more kind of yellowy, and this one was a bit more yellow. It was yellowy too. I'm like, you know what, I gotta differentiate a bit. So I made this a slightly bluer scene, not as blue as one of the scenes in issue 2, but it's enough to differentiate this within this issue. So I've put there's color holes in, and some that so what I tend to do is, and I don't know if it's a bad wrong way to do it or not, but I will put in all my color, local color, and then what I'll do is I will put overlays on top of it to kind of light it effectively. So to put down a base color. So this, you see there's a bit of a blue tint to everything now. Zoom in a bit. There's a bit of a blue tint there now, but so what I do is I select, say, the characters, and I pop this heavy blue on top of them, and then I will lower the opacity so that basically there's a tint of color over the local color underneath. And then I'll do that for the background to degree 2, to kind of make it all cohesive. This character is outside a window, so pop that kind of window color on top of her. And so there you go. So I'll show you in this previous page, or this yeah, I'll go here. So similarly here, this is what, yeah, turn that on. This is what Tatiana gave me. So all the characters are consistent. This is what's very helpful for me. Everything is consistent. So if I select this color, sorry, if I select this color, it'll get, I'm on the wrong bloody yoke now as well. Sorry. If I select this color, that color is selected all through the page, which is a huge, 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 huge help. What I'll do then is I'll go in and I'll tweak it a little myself. So clearly I changed the color of the diner interior and exterior, with those, and then I went in with an overlay and I made them all a bit bluer, and I made the background a little bluer too, just to make it all kind of nice and cohesive. And then I added, boom, some lighting. And what I do similarly to the overlays is, because this is the cool thing with Photoshop, is I kind of go heavy. So I'll actually render very heavily. You'll see everything's much more yellowy, because it's much easier to just kind of pare it back a bit to that. And I'm much happier. I think that which looks much nicer. Now I still think I need to bump it up a slight bit, so I'm going to go in later on and just kind of add some little highlights in places. But we'll see if I get that far. I don't know how. I'm going to give this a couple of hours. If I'm being very, very slow, I'll just stop and go back to coloring, because I don't have all day to do one page. Oh, dude, you only hit the doctors. We'll check back in a bit after you get your blood drawn. Well, please let the doctor do that. Don't do it to yourself. I'm just messing style mantis. It's just hard for me to read, but sure, you do. I'm on here very, very rarely, so you do your thing. Tajan, you're going to ask me very technical questions I don't have technical answers to. The reason it's a tolerance is because I was selecting a color at one stage and was selecting too much, so I changed the tolerance. There was like 2 different browns and it was picking up both browns, so I just changed the tolerance to snatch it. I think I'll generally have it at 30. I think that's kind of the standard, but I forgot to switch it back, so what am I gonna do? I'm not a doctor like the guy draining blood from tooth over here. Okay, so you might see I have 2 colors here because as I was working on this page before I took my break for lunch. So again, you can see this yellow was originally here. That's what so it's very that's too yellow, it's too much. But I can go in heavy and then always just kind of knock it back. Or was it, have it at 60? There we go. It's much softer, but I feel like it's it's I don't want it too heavy. I will generally go in with a heavier kind of a render, but like for a kind of a base one, that's how I'll have it. Again, I'm going to do some highlights. This character here in the foreground, I've darkened him, so I added another. This is what, you know, I went in very, very heavy there. But again, I'm back out. And I'm actually, as I was working on this, I realized, you know what, I think I need I need something else. So I've added in a little bit of a blue secondary lighting. Because the room is so blue, I figured there'd be some reflectiveness going on. But I don't want to go too heavy. I'm not trying to go very stylized with this scene, because it's like an everyday scene. So again, make that nice and soft. The rest of the book is actually in a very stylized color scheme, so I wanted this one a bit more neutral and a bit more kind of not as intense. But what was it? Yeah, anyone who wants to ask a question, work away, because that stops me from just blabbing. Or I say blabbing, I say doing something completely inappropriate. Okay, so there's more to be done on this. Obviously, I want to do some highlights, and I want to do lighting on the room, and I want to kind of like have a little bit of window light coming in. So that's good. I will. So that's I have to do that today, as well as a couple of other pages. But I figure what I would do is, I would take my 4th page and just start working away on this and see what, you know, see how it goes. So at least while I'm doing this, you guys can see, and if this all goes well, I might do this. Well, I'm not going to say more often because I'm not colouring every day, but I'll make a point of doing it when I can. So Tatiana has quite helpfully selected areas. It's not a huge help to me all the time, because sometimes like I don't kind of work necessarily in groups of foreground and whatnot, but what's very helpful is Tatiana has all the characters selected in a separate layer, so I can hit here and all of Old Dog is captured, and if I hit here, all of Frankie is captured. So what I'll do now is I'll just start rendering these guys, although I might as well just pop on him, pop on her while I'm at it. Those foreground characters I'll do differently. You might recognize this fella here. This is the panel that broke the internet, kind of. I put up pencils for this, and loads of different people did like lots of layouts, or they inked over it, which was pretty cool. Made it very intimidating for me to ink my own bloody drawing after I've seen like some amazing artists do it. Style Mentis, so you were doing the pencils, inks and colours on this book. That is correct. Yeah, I'm and writing it. So I'm writing it, penciling it, inking it, colouring it. With help from Tatiana, who basically preps the whole thing for me, and it's lettered by Clayton Coles, because I have no interest in lettering at the moment. Ace in Space, I'm here for the blabbing. Too far from screen to type. Stoked to see you live. Oh, thanks very much, Ace in Space. Again, I have a feeling I know half of you people, but if you're all just if you're all mad avatars, I don't know what's going on. Like, oh, okay, let me just check my. Just want to check my email. Make sure I'm safe here. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so these selected. So new layer on top of my. I'm going to turn off the overlays for now. Just like to see them afterwards. Oh, thanks, Dolomentus. Cheers. Tatiana, I like that those two characters are desaturated because they are kind of dynamic. Well, yeah, they are. They are. Well, you know, while I'm trying to do some nice daylight, I don't want this to be too moody. I want it to be moody, but not too moody. You know. That was cool. It went viral. Okay, quite frustratingly, I'd like to play some music in the background, but I know that get copyright strikes and all that shite. So just gonna move this over here. Okay, I can't do that anymore. Right. Okay. So we start here. I'm working on a new computer as well, so I'm a little bit out of practice. Well, not out of practice. I've got a new Wacom tablet. I've got a new computer, so I'm just kind of adjusting to a degree. I'm not used to doing this in front of an audience. Actually, I don't think I've ever done this in front of an audience, so be nice. I think I'm gonna go here. Okay. That's probably a bit too much. to go heavy again. I know that I'm going to pull back on this later. But if I have my... I just kind of like to block things down and... Let's tell them being in a bright, warm place, but being grey and cold in contrast. Well, I mean, I actually am trying to... I mean, this room will be lit brighter than this. The room is blue, but I'm not trying to go too grey and cold. It's just in the as you know, Tatiana, because you've seen all the pages, the other scene is very bright. So I just, yeah, this should differentiate things a bit. Here we go. I had called this character Jonesy in my script, but I just did the lettering draft yesterday and I realised Jonesy, it's kind of, I don't really like how you say it. It doesn't sound very, it doesn't roll off the tongue, so I've changed him to Frankie, which is what I can do because it's my book and I'll do whatever the fuck I want, alright? You can back off. I'm joking. So yeah, I'm just basically going in with a very kind of basic rendering, basically kind of a overall light. And what I normally do is when I'm doing covers, I'll do another layer where I'll have a much heavier highlight on top. But I realise I have to be a bit more efficient with colouring pages, because it's not like doing a cover. These things could take ages if not careful. So I'm actually doing both tones on the same layer, which is a little risky if things mess up. But as I said, I kind of have to just, you know, get moving. Like, what should I say? Out of all the different moods and scenes. Thank you, Tatiana. Can't wait to see the whole colour script of all pages. Like when it's all done and stuff. Yeah, actually, thought of that. It's nice to switch off the line art. Okay, there we go. So I'm just basically doing, kind of going over all the, well, where all the light would hit him, basically. Just very, I don't want to be too rough now. Oh, I hate silence. We should play some tunes. So this is just underneath most of where all that skin is. Trying to remember, I will go in with highlights later. At this stage I just want to be loose. Throw in some copyright free music. I don't know where that is, Style Mantis. I have no idea how to find that stuff. I'm actually fairly useless when it comes to computers. Now, I've actually established in the previous page there's a bit more blue coming off them on this side, so I'll probably be painting more blue on top here. But again, I'm just going to do just basically going over all these characters, and it's a little heavy now, but I will be pulling back the opacity on the layers, so I'm not too worried here. Probably want to go play. You can play with the pressure on these things, can't you? Because I feel like I'm going a bit heavy out with this. I'm going to strain my hands too much. Doing very close to learn about your colouring workflow. If you can call this workflow, Diana, I don't know. I'm just... I was just kind of figuring it out as I went along. So one thing I did learn from watching Jordi Belair colour was I would take a local colour and then I would do a light tone and a dark tone, and I noticed that she was colouring my stuff, she would actually colour everything with an overall dark undertone, and then basically just pop on the light rendering afterwards. And it struck me as kind of mad at the time, but I totally get it now, because that's what I'm doing here. And I'm trying to be a little rough with the colouring too. I kind of like, I don't want it to look too slick. I don't want to look too amazing, you know, guys? No, but I do like when I see some colouring, it looks a bit like, you know, just a slight painterly. Like there's a little bit of bits I've missed there in the rendering, but I kind of like that, so I'll leave them. I like a tiny little bit of kind of slappiness, but nothing too much. Again, I did kind of pick that up from Jordi. Not that she showed me, but, you know. Thankfully I paid attention. Where we are now. Can you see? So so that would be a flat base basically, and then I'll do another layer with more rendering on top, but I'm actually just, because I have the opacity of the brush down a bit, I can just go over it again like this. Again, yeah, I am going to yeah, and you could really normally paint with light. That's what I learned at Cooper School. It saves a ton of time. It's a ton of time. Yeah, well, I did. Good. I don't know what to say. Hope some of you here watching were on Twitter who said that they'd watch, because I asked on Twitter and people said they'd watch, so here I am doing it. Does anybody know where to find copyright music I can just play? This is mind. This is a little torturous. Okay, watching it's good. What you do is your thing. Is there different ways of getting there? I'd like to learn about how you think when you're coloring and what your personal taste is. I know you kind of asked those. What am I trying to say here? I think I'm not thinking too much, Tatiana. I think you think I'm much smarter than I am. A lot of this I'm kind of going by instinct, to be honest. You know, I'm not sitting here. I've done most of my thinking really at this stage, and I'm trying to be doing. Sometimes stuff will pop to me when I'm coloring. Other times maybe something will pop to me in the shower. You know, I'll have an idea for something, but I don't use Apple Music. No, I listen to Spotify. Is there stuff on Spotify that's copyright free? I'll love that on. Okay, now I've drawn this guy where there's clearly more of a light on him on this side, like a highlight, and there's here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go fairly heavy with the yellow here and make a rim light, and I'll probably do more blue on his face there. See, when I'm drawing, I'll kind of indicate light sometimes, but clearly sometimes, you know, I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing every time, so. Yeah, no, I don't like that. Some Harris Heller's Steam Bets is on Spotify. Oh, okie dokie. Right, I'll have a look for that. 1 second. Lo-fi beats type of thing. Okay, if I hate this now, well, there's not much you can do about it, is there? Harris Heller Stream Beats. What? Stream Beats by Harris Heller. So I go. Okay, so I'm not going to get a copyright warning for this, am I? Why do you think that'd be up my street more? Fantasy music would not necessarily be my thing. League of Legends. You don't know me at all, Tatiana. Nope, not my thing. Sorry, you were way off. That is way too. Nah, I don't think so. No, Solomon, this is fine. This is grand actually. Don't really notice it, like, which is fine. Put something in the background. I kind of listen to a lot of instrumental stuff anyway, so this will do. It's grand. Thank you very much. You tried and failed, Tatiana. Whew, what made you think I like I hate fantasy. Hate it. Well, hate's a strong word, but not a fan, really. That'll do for our... Just put some light on this photo. Again, I'll be lightening this on a 2 or 8. And you can see I'm kind of cutting back out of it. If I go over lines, I'll just go with the erase tool and just tweak it a bit. Connie Dodd. After watching a sketch like 100 black and white covers, it's good to see these characters in colour. Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah. It's nice to not be drawing them necessarily. Sorry, something. A little bit of water. Let's see. Somebody else. Sorry, did I miss something? Connie Dodd. Hey, do I know you? If I know you by another name, please let me know, because yeah, I'm not gonna know otherwise. Oh dear. Water. Okay. Why is my... Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Why? Okay, for some reason my pen is not picking up. Why is my pen not picking up? Oh, I picked the fucking wrong one, that's why. Oh. Wrong bamboo pen. Right, okay. Come on, let's get going now. Enough dilly-dallying, huh? Okay, this is too much. This I wouldn't. It's not. But again, I will be lightening this now a bit. Okay, I should stick some on here too. This fella. She's going to be a different colour now, so I'll wait till later. I'm just trying to do all my yellow in one go. That's all the yellow. So I'm going to knock this back to what I say, 60. So you can see how much softer that is on everybody. Now I am going to just, on another layer, just pop a bit more on him here, just to highlight the rim that I've drawn in the inks. Very small there, and maybe a little bit here. A little bit in there. That will do, Ted. Okay, so another. I'm gonna mark that yellow. I try to mark out my layers as I go, because otherwise then it's just a mess. I don't know what's where. Okay, so now I'm gonna go blue, and you can see over here these are the two colors I'm using for the moment, which is the blues and the, so I'm assuming there's more reflective light off the floor. Actually, I missed highlight on his jacket here. Okay, now back to blue. It's a bit here. So yeah, something more blue from underneath them. I also want to select that bag. Where is it? This is grand stuff. Mantis, was it Mantis who suggested this? Cheers. Blue from this guy here. Okay. Oh right, sorry, I'm missing some things here. First time chat from viewer Woolly Mo. Deck, did you catch that PS tip that you can use the tilde key or the one with all the weird symbols top left to erase out with your brush? No, I didn't catch that. The one with all this weird symbols top left. Okay, is it this one? Yeah. Oh, I don't put it on here. Hey, would you look at that? Oh, that's grand. So it's the same. So basically, it's the reverse brush. That's handy. Geez, thanks a million, Willie Mo. I did not know that. That's grand. Kind of a sunstorm and thunderclouds. Oh, I think you've talked to me before, but I was usually an observer in instant live streams while I wrote papers for deadlines. I won't be offended if you don't. I actually do remember. It's tough to remember names across platforms, you know. First time chat from Workhorse Studios. I love the wrinkles in this old dog's face and the shadows you add to the face. Look, it's the entire reason for doing the book, Workhorse. I just wanted to draw an old bastard and lots of wrinkles and saggy skin, and it's great fun to draw. It was a Kyle Webster tip. Ah, good old Kyle Webster, huh? saving us all one tip at a time. Okay, so I'm going to pop in here with... probably go lighter. Again, I would be going... I go heavy and then I go light with it, so... We'll see now in a minute. That's a great old tip now. Thanks again. That's it. Let's see, we'll do it now. There's a bit of blue here. A bit of blue there. See, I've done a lot of rendering in the wash, so I actually don't need to render too much sometimes because I kind of have it blocked out in the washes. And I use my new trick to get rid of that bit, huh? There we go. Ah, crap. Erasing it there now. How about that? I'm also now noticing bits of yellow I missed, so I'm going to go back in a second now. Go back to yellow for a second, just because I know I'll forget these otherwise. Bit of yellow here. Lighten his hand. There was somewhere else here. I wanted to do it on... where? Here. Lighten his hands. Okay, back to blue. Tooth. And that's a whole lot. I just insulted everybody on the stream. Switches the bow. Oh, I was holding it down, so does it do... Hang on. Well, I'll do it in a second. I have to go to be miserable in the gym for a bit, but if you're still out alive after, I'll pop back in. Cheers, Connie Dalt. I'll be here for an hour anyway, another hour or so. I think I'm going to give this a couple of hours. Where am I blue? So yeah, making him a bit bluer overall, just for this shot. Mainly, yeah, because of what I drew. I'm trying to match what I drew. Sometimes, I mean, I'll be drawn away and then inking wise I'll just kind of get into a certain thing and not necessarily consider the light source. Generally I do, like. But sometimes you just kind of get into a drawing, you know. Yeah, I made him look like Frankenstein now. Again, this will be lightened, so. Right, in this scene, I guess the lamps are on as well. Yeah, but I'm not using the lamps as a light source. To be honest, I'm using. I'm the way I'm thinking of it is that there's light coming from. See, I'm going to change the windows aren't going to stay this. I'm going to brighten them. So there's a lot daylight coming in from the windows, and there's reflective light coming from the room. That's how I'm approaching it. There are lamps, but from what you had them at, I've lightened them, so they're just more like on rather than they're a proper light source. If that makes sense. There you go. Go a lot. Sorry. Go a lot lighter now here, and just. Okie dokie, and a bit of blue on him here. Orcus is the blue is bounce light from the walls. That's what I'm thinking, yeah. That's how I'm going with it. Again, I wasn't considering that as I was drawing it, but again, now I've coloured one scene, I kind of feel like I need just a little bit of just add a level of stylization to it that isn't, you know, like technically, doesn't mean it's technically accurate, but you know, it's nice to kind of just push things a little here. Okay, that's the blue. So you can see I'm going to lighten this a good bit now. So, you know, it's not as stylized. I'm going to go 70. Leave it there. How's that looking on everything? Yeah, it's enough for reflective light now to not clash too much. I forgot to do it in here. Okay, that's all of them. Now, so that is actually all of the. Oh yeah, I'm going to do blue light here. I didn't do any blue light on this page, so I'm going to add it in, and then that'll be my kind of rendering, two-color rendering done. Yeah, as long as it looks good, it's accurate enough, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm going for, a workhorse. Like, yeah, it adds mood. That's what I'm going for. I just want to add some mood to the scene, because it was looking at when I did the color roughs. I just think I didn't really. It was just like a normal scene, which was fine, but I don't know. I just wanted something more to it, you know. Like, do you know what I might do is I might make these lights a little bluer just so it's not so distracting that there's blue. But anyway, for now, I'm just going to, characters, go down to that layer, touch animate for me, boom, boom, all the characters selected. And I'm going to add some blue. I'm using it more as an undercolor, as if it's bouncing off the floor, really. See, and I kind of did do a little, leave room for some underlighting in the inks here. To general work again on my colouring portfolio, and I'm one with the last page for you. Can't wait to work on those James Bond pages. Oh, nice, yeah. Yeah, I'd say Mark would be very good to colour, actually. Workhorse Studios, has issue 1 been released yet? No, Workhorse, it's the end of this month. It's September 28th, so please do pick it up, because that's how I'm paying my bills now. Yeah, it's out January, sorry, it's out January. It's out September 28th. Actually, I quite like this now. I like this little blue reflective light. It's looking quite nice. Just kind of lets things pop nicely. Someone else is here. Yeah, I would say this is looking moodier than I meant it to be originally, but I think it's adding a lot to the scene. Oh, that's not selected. I have to change that. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of blue to these objects. His bag and our dog here. I am hoping this is half as entertaining as you thought it would be, people. Oh, caps lock on. Yeah, I can't wait to see it printed too. Big time. Been waiting quite a while. Ah, bollocks, I didn't select that thing there. I'm trying to colour see a set of pages in one go and see if that, I think that might help my productivity a bit. Oh, actually, do you know what makes sense? Because I forgot I coloured this strip in the bar a kind of a greeny blue, so that kind of works actually, the blue reflective light. So it was all my plan from the beginning, clearly. I'm a genius. I am, however, going to change the colour of this a little bit, because I've got all my blues now and my yellows done, so I don't want to have to keep finding my colours again, so I'm pretty much done with those, basically. Yeah, so I'm gonna dull this down a small bit, take out a little yellow and put a little blue. Gets a little blue. And same with the wrong thing. It's probably a bit too what I'll generally try to do is I'll colour select within the scene too, so that like this green is the same green as that, or this blue is a similar blue, or whatever, or this light colour will be reflected on them. I try and it's a way of kind of finding a way of limiting the colour palette you're using within a page, which I like. His eyebrows are great in that last panel. This one, I assume you mean Beef Jerky Slurpee. That's quite the name, by the way. Of course, watching people's process is awesome. It helps to improve my own work. Oh, I hope so. Workhorse. They are, Tatiana, your helpful layers are, I would say, like, more than I tend to not really end up using the foreground background, because they're not consistent throughout a page, because there's different things happening in each panel. The characters one is very handy though, I use that a lot, and the planes one's handy too. As not to say the rest of them are never any of use, but just, yeah, I just don't want you to be going to any mad trouble, you know. Okay, right, so that's, save that. Does this guy need saving? Does save, yeah, bastard. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in and I'm going to use a fairly like not white, but something close to white, just to bump up some highlights on their faces. So I'm gonna go with, yeah, maybe that, like a kind of a pink. I don't want to go white, but you know, you can go. See, you can go. I always go lighter. It's harder to go darker. Let me see. Right, let's see how that works on this. I'm gonna use, just call this like highlights. And keep in mind, I still have to do backgrounds and stuff like that, so I don't want to be, you know, all day at this stuff. What I'm trying to do here now is I don't want to go mad into rendering. I just want to kind of pop out certain parts, chins, cheeks, things like that. Knuckles. Okay, and I will ultimately lighten this, but this isn't too bad actually. I'm just looking for a little bit more luminosity in the skin, if that's the right word I'm looking for. Just to flesh things out. I don't think I need to do in the jacket or clothes and things like that. I feel like they're already good enough. Just to bump things up a little bit more. Willimo, yeah, loving the colour strand really helps to read what's important in the scene. Yeah, also, like, I know, you know, I'm aware that it's very easy to get kind of wrapped up and get really, try and be all like, get really detailed and showy-offy and stuff, and because Photoshop is a tool that you can basically do anything, I try and do my best to limit my decisions. Like I make my decisions in an earlier stage, you know, generally in the layouts or what have you. So when it comes to actually working on pages, whatever can limit my decision making, I think is best, because otherwise you just faff around for ages and doesn't necessarily make anything better. Ralph, my BF has automated his colouring workflow. So far he's made some action to provide different pre-made masking layers. I mean, that sounds great, but it sounds, I just, to a certain degree, my head just starts to hurt. Excuse me. I have made some actions in the past for flatting and stuff with scanning lines and things like that, and they are very, very helpful. But then, and you know, those things are great because the less time you're bloody faffing around the computer, the better. The drawing is paper and ink and not digital, correct? Yeah, that's right, Workhorse. I hate digital. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Some people are great at it. Don't get me wrong. No, I'm only joking. I just dislike it overall. But it's for myself. I definitely dislike it. I don't like this. I don't mind because it feels like I'm it's bumping up the artwork. Sorry, little burpee. And I don't mind it. It's secondary, you know. But for the actual pages themselves, I need to be doing it on paper. I go mad otherwise. Working this way has made me wonder if what we like to kind of like paint more digitally. Like if I took like a rough or pencils and worked from there, that might be interesting. But it also might be Pandora's box I don't want to open. But yeah, I have been enjoying this, I have to say. But like if I turned off all the colour, you'll see all this grey stuff. That's all grey wash that was scanned, you know. Might be got a bit mad here now, to be honest, but I really want to I can make him look fleshier and stuff. I'll take it. Of course, I've worked digital for the last 20 years and I'm trying to go back to pencil again. It's a challenge. I hear that happens actually, yeah. Tooth, what do you think the outcome will be for AI art? Oh, honestly, Tooth, I couldn't give a fuck. I wish everybody would just calm their fucking tits and just fucking... Like, change is inevitable. Stuff's going to happen. It's not going to be the end of the world. It's going to be shit for some people. You know, the really, really talented people there are going to be fine. They don't, you know... And I also don't know a whole lot about it either. So I try not to have opinions on things I don't know anything about, you know. But sorry, that seems like a bit of an overreaction there. Like generally, though, I just think I'm not. Don't me wrong. I'm not living with my head in the sand, going, "No, this will never affect me." It's definitely going to affect some people for sure. I think it's probably going to be worse for people in conceptual industries where, you know, people just need to see a thing. And just they don't really care what it's going to look like. It's different for something like comics. I think people are going to care a lot more about the finished product looks like. But I do think there's a lot of hysteria at the same time. All due respect to my fellow artists. The light is picking up the topography of that narrowed face. Yes, that's what I was kind of going for now. It's a bit too much now. Or of course I'm going to soften it, but I do want to. I think there. I don't want to go too crazy, you know. I've already done it in the inks. I don't need to. Should I put the blue over? Is he looking a bit like his face was attacked by a paintbrush? You know what? I think maybe... See what I'm going to do here now? I'm going to take this rendering, the blue rendering on the skin. I'm not sure it's actually working. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to copy it, paste it on a separate layer. Sorry, actually, wait a second. I'm going to copy it, delete it. Nope, wrong thing. Blue. I'm going to copy it, delete it, put it in a separate layer, and just keep that hidden for now and see how I feel afterwards. But I think what I will do is put another overlay on my boy here. Actually, I forgot that they're already blue. I have my overlay, so yeah, I think he just needs to be darker, his skin. So I'm going to I'm just going to add another add another overlay to him. I think the paint was looking a bit sloppy, so soften that a bit more. Okay, I think that's better. You can still see it on this guy here. And it's here without being too extreme. I think that's better. Will Sliney sneaking a founder's badge. I don't even know what that is, Will. But you're welcome to it. The chance seeing Nick's and Deck's traditional workouts traditionally again. Good. That allows people. I will take some jobs away for sure, which I will know as well out. It'll affect concept art the most. That's what I'm thinking. The concept art probably is where things will hit harder. Oh, I should have added more. No. Where's my? Sometimes this is now where I get a bit nitpicky, and I prefer I wasn't, but better to do it now than later, or try to find it later. Yeah, I think that's a bit better. Dude, that means they are one of your first subscribers. Oh, okay. I thought I had subscribers already. Ah, fuck, I don't know. No? Oh, yeah. Where's my blue? There we go. Just gonna add a little bit of a rim light on him here. Okay. Everyone say hi to Will, by the way. Fellow Irishman Will Snidey. Beef jerky surplus. Do you plan on colouring more pages on stream? Oh, Declan, type the following minus the quotation marks. VIP Will Snidey. Okay, I'm gonna regret this, won't I? So I type it into the chat, is it? Okay, I have added Will Snidey as VIP of this channel. Yeah, I'm not sure I wanted to do that. Oh, where am I now? Jeez, I'm just too chatty on this. Oh, I was going to do something there. What was it? Oh yeah, I have to do the rendering up here. Right. Okay. Highlight. Oh, I forget what color I was using now. It was kind of a. Type raid Will Snidey. Will do. That just sends all my people to you. You aren't even. I'm going to do it anyway. Bless him. There's only 13 people watching anyway, Will. I don't think you're going to get a whole lot of people. Yeah, anything Will asks me to do, I'll just do it because I don't know any better. What was it? Tell you all my passwords. All right. Let's see here. That's a little wider than that. Okay. Will, did you get a table for New York Comic Con? Because I actually did in the end. I wasn't going to, but once Old Dog was coming out, it's like out the week or so before, I figured, fuck it, might as well, like. Although, like, I'm just gonna be there to, like, sign copies, really. I'm not gonna work much. I don't know, at all if we can avoid it. I don't need it there. Okay. Don't kidding. It will end your stream. Ah shit, Did I end my stream? No, I'm okay, right? Oh, you have a table, grand. Style Mantis. Oh, it's a great laugh. I love going. It's probably my favourite show. Oh, I'm getting awful confused here now. Where am I? Characters. Back to the channel. There we go. Just gonna go white with that. And it's true, Will did send me up my Gmail account. I had a pretty different email at the time, which probably wouldn't wash now. It was I swear I'm not gay at hotmail.com. Probably not what I want to be handing over to editors. Actually, no, probably people would love it. Is that too big? No, we're okay. Jeez, he looks kind of jaundiced there, doesn't he? Actually, I think I will just remove the yellow from him here because it's just looking a bit too... Well, remove. I'm going to copy it and never know, I might want to use it. Copy. Nope, not there. It's just up close, he's looking a bit sick. Ah, shite, go away. That's not what I meant to do at all. Copy the... Nope, wrong one. Switch that off. Where do I push? This is going to be slow for me, to be honest. Or was that other overlay layer I had? This is supposed to be kind of a moodier moment, so just colouring him a bit more literally wasn't... Can go more, maybe. I think that's more like it, actually. Where am I? I don't know, well, I think now actually we'll go down great, like. If everyone thought I was gay. Oh yeah, no, he's right. Oh yeah, we'll always be wrecked by the Sunday. Are you're going back on Sunday, are you? I'm going back on Monday. They are long ass days. Great crack, like, but you're like, I will be wrecked after him, but also, I realised the rendering, the kind of highlights on his skin here, looking a little, makes him look a little waxy, so I am going to put this on a separate layer, and just make it a lot, just really tone it down a lot more. Yeah, there. Just to push him forward and push her back, you know? Okay, we're getting there. Yeah, 40 is good. Okay, now. What do I do? Okay, I'm going to do highlights on these guys here now. I don't know how much of these I'm going to get now in the stream. This takes a while. Will do image do a party actually? I don't think so actually. No, I think they ended up. Did they end up doing the CLBDF maybe? They pair up with them, I think, in the past, but not like a Marvel DC one. Okay, getting characters. Keep it. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm a lot of faffing about here. Again, I don't want to go too crazy here. Just kind of pop out some of the more. Geez, everyone's gotten shy around Will. Don't worry, you won't have a white nose. I'm just, I'll be putting this back. This down to where? 65. So yeah, I like all the highlights, but I don't want them to look all slick and glistening, so that should do it, I think. As long as it's a colour page, don't really know, Will, to be honest with you. I don't colour them one by one. I got 3 pages coloured last night between 1 o'clock and 5 o'clock, so I guess that was just over an hour for each one. I find if I can colour over a few pages in one go, they'll go faster, you know. But that's after I've sat down and kind of done a bit of work and colour corrected and this, that and the other. I would say I'd have these done sooner if I wasn't chatting, or, you know. Oh, forgot his face, one of those there. And it also depends on what's on the page. But I think I've kind of gotten to a stage where I'm working at the level of a professional colorist, going by you know, say Matt Wilson or whoever. Like, I think like I can do 4 in a day if I like. So what I then generally would try to do is just have everything done and color them all in like a week. That's my. Actually, so I'm gonna move this back to 100 so I know I can see what I'm doing. So yeah, I can't say I know exactly per page. Why isn't this? Oh, I'll go way down here. But averaging at 3 to 4 a day. I'm actually aiming to do 6 today because I only got 3 done yesterday. Thankfully the artist you were colouring just put a lot of background details. Yeah, that's right. Well, I do and I don't. Hang on. I'll open since we're all friends here. No, page 5. This is a page from I did yesterday. So this one took a while, but then one of them was a splash page, so it wasn't too bad. But let's say let me see. That's boo 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 boo. Ooh, what's happening here? So my overlays, buildings, right there, cars. Yeah, some background stuff there. Yeah, so that took a while, but I picked another page from the same scene. It's like page 5 is in the same scene, so I try and like paint all the yellow and paint all the sky and paint all as much as I can in one go, you know. Don't save. I think it's a bit more efficient to do it all in one go. Same way when I'm inking too. Like I'll try and do all like ink half an issue or something in a few days, and then I'll pencil and then I'll ink, and then I'll go back and do penciling for a few days and I'll ink for a few days, because I find when I just from the process of it all, it'll slow me down if I'm doing one by one by one. But it's different. Like I'm ruling pages and doing X, Y, and Z. Like I imagine once you're set up, you could just kind of get going. 60. Yeah, great. Okay, that's all them done there. Save. Page 3. So just a little bit of it here now, and I'll be done with those. William, is that because you like to see things come together? No, William, it's kind of more I can concentrate on part of it is just being more efficient, and some of it's actually very it's a very practical reason. Is because I'll catch things, I'll catch mistakes. So when I'm penciling for a few days and then I'll go back and start inking, I'll catch like something weird in the pencils where I'm like, ooh, what the fuck, the hell is that? And I'll fix it. I'll just tweak the pencils as I'm inking. So it's, yeah, that is actually a large part of the reason, because I will catch stuff that I wouldn't have seen otherwise if I was like going from the very beginning to the very end of the page. Tatiana, that's why I do not want to flat stuff. To Janet, yeah, I hear you. I hate doing flats too. Actually, that's not true. I like them when they're very simple, like covers and stuff. But for pages, yeah, there's so much work. For those who don't know, Tatiana here in the chat, she flats all my stuff for me. So she actually preps my pages for me and flats my pages. So that saves me a lot of time. The thing about flats is, and not to sound bad, but like it's a lot of monkey work, effectively, you know. But the thing is, monkeys actually can't do it, because you need somebody who actually has an eye and knows what they're doing if they're going to do a decent job at it. That's not going to do it all. There's something I like about it that's kind of like reminds me about colouring when I was playing with colouring books as a kid. It's quite nice. But it is very time consuming and head wrecking. You can colour them, Tatiana. Just you know, I won't be printing them. Well, that is because I actually started out flatting myself. An Irish colourist, Len O'Grady. He was very helpful to me when I was starting out, and he gave me pages to flat when I hadn't even used a computer. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But it was good training to get my head around the computer, which I needed to see how pages needed to be, what kind of format they needed to be in, you know, the dimensions and things like that, because I didn't know any of that. And you know, I've friends of mine who are all professional colourists. They all started out flatting pretty much. It's a good way to kind of meet people in the industry and you know, get them to rely on you and trust you and build a working relationship, and then, you know, hopefully one day lead to actual work, like, you know, working as a colourist. But just because you can flat doesn't mean you can colour, you know, so you need to be doing colouring too. I'm not talking to you specifically, Tatjana, although kind of, but, you know, just for anybody curious. Waxy leather man, you've got a waxy face. Okay, I'll knock this back to 60 now. Well, look at you now, Tatjana, like you've got a credit, and you'll, at the end of the month you'll have a credit in the image comic. You know, that's the start. Okay, now I think what I'm going to do lastly is I'm going to just add a couple of highlights to eyes and little things like that, and tell the eyes pop. So I'm going to do it here. I'm going to go pure white. Just adds a little dimension to things sometimes. In the tiniest places. Actually, I need to change that color hold as well. I need to change this. Little reflections in the eyes, they really help things pop. Where was that color hold? The red jaybird is asking, oh sorry, the texture darkens everything down a tad bit in the end. It does actually. I'll see I have a texture layer that dulls things down a little bit. Not too much, I don't hope. I'm actually Tatjana, you know the way I have it at 8%? I've been knocking them down to 6, which may have seemed like a big difference, but I think it's a little bit nicer. So instead of 8%, I'm going to do 6%. It does dull things down a bit, but it adds a bit of grit to it too that I like. So, yeah. Anyway, but I don't like looking at the texture while I'm colouring. What was I going to do? Damn it, what was I going to do here? Shite. There's one more thing I felt like I needed to do. Oh no, yeah, I'm doing the highlights here. Never mind. We're okay, none there. Actually, there's a flatting thing here I need to fix. Tatjana. actually his eyelids. And those are his eyes. Yeah, they'll be fine. Now, how's this looking? Oh yeah. It's kind of a little. Oh, no one. I don't know if you know if people will even see that in print, but still. No, fine. Oh, I'll need it here actually. Yeah. Trying to do all this little nitpicky stuff now while I think of it. And I think I need to. Color on him. Yeah, I need to put. Some of this nitpicky stuff is a pain, but to be fair, Titanic takes care of most of it. Okay, that should do it. Let me see now. What you drawn? Did I answer this? Sorry, the Red Jaybird. I am colouring page from a book called Old Dog, which is a creator-owned book. I am doing it Image Comics. Writing, drawing, colouring, doing all that jazz. But yeah, I am just colouring it at the moment. Jaybird, the close-up is fierce, sprinkly. How old is this old dog? Good question. He's in his 60s. He's pretty worse for wear. Okay, let me just check something here. Now it's been at this. Oh, they've been at this. How if I know? I can't tell. Anyway, more to be done. Right. So that's the characters. That's the main characters all rendered basically. Now I have to do the environment, which is a bit of work now. But I'm not going to try to get too laboured by it. But I'll concentrate on this one first, since this is the page I started on. I'm going to do, okay, so I'm going to do a bit of blue from before. Lighten it up here. I'm going to group some of these layers together now, so they're not wrecking my head. Group my overlays as well. Okay, it's a little bit tidier now. Okay, so characters, we're done. I'm gonna boom. Artist table. Yeah, I just want to put a bit of a reflective blue on the table. And I'll do it across all the pages. Because you know there's blue light coming up in them here, the reflective light I was talking about. So I'm going to do it on this table room here as well. Boom, down anywhere else. Here as well. Well, it's a bit too heavy on that. Okay, now I'll do it here as well on the okay, I'll knock that back a tiny bit. And now I will color these seats. And I'm going to use some of the yellow from before. X. There we go. Darth Ivad. Hello, how's it going, Darth Ivad? Lord Gaza, is this a famous meme panel deck? It is actually, sorry, you probably saw that. Yeah, that's the meme one, yeah. Mad. He looks like a postman. No in particular. No, it's not after anyone in particular, to be honest. I'll draw kind of my own face, but then make myself all look all blocky and cool. Because I do not look as, I'm not as roughly edged as this fella. Willie Mo, do you always keep the texture in your line work? I tend to convert them to solid black. I don't understand what you mean, Willie Mo. To keep the texture in my line work. Do you mean the grey washes? Because if I was going to go have them solid black, I just ink them solid black. Well, I very deliberately have grey wash tones. I like to add tones to my work, so I'm actively trying to keep them in there. I hope that answers your question. Let's see now. That's a bit. I'm trying to flow down here. Come on. What do you use for greys? Marker or just diluted black? It's just diluted Indian ink, style Mantis. I just take some water and dip some Indian ink in there and just wash it down a little bit. And that's it. It's that simple. Darth Ived, I've been read the beginning of Old Dog. It seems really interesting. I love Spice Twitter stories. Thanks, Ived. Yeah, I love them too. They're great fun. I really enjoy them, and I never really got a chance to draw them before. So the cool thing is I can just kind of do whatever I want with this, which is pretty sweet. So hope you like it. Or I hope you read it. I hope you order it. I hope you buy it. I hope you read it. And I hope you like it. It's a tall order, but I think you can do it. Stop hitting that fucking button, Shelby. Down there we go. That's not too bad now. Worst state. There's some background tones. Do I have all of my overlays on, do I? Oh, with these two gobshites in the front. Ah yeah, there you go. Grand. I think that's most of it. Other than that now. Oh well, there's the tail. Get out of here, Tatjana. Get out of it. what else? I think something slight over these photos is needed. And then it's really just a bit of background gradients on some of these panels, and I think that'll be that page done, at least. Actually, no, I just want to do this. I put a slight sheen on these. So I'm going to make that a white. Let's call this sheen. That'll do it. I'll go with a different brush, I think. I'm not an expert on brushes by any means. I have a hard time getting the hang of them. Maybe. Nope. I figured that'll do. Because I want them to just pop it a little bit more. Even there. Save. Alright, do you also work with saturation sometimes? Not really, Tatjana. If I play around with saturation and things like that, I'd worry that there's K will get into the colors, so I kind of just try and color pick as I go. Yeah, I tend not to, pretty much. I kind of know what I play around with levels and stuff and opacities, but not really saturation. Okay, this is pretty much done. I noticed something here, that's a mistake in my inks. That's a line that wasn't supposed to be there at all, so I'm going to take this out. Boom, and she's gone. So yeah, now that's pretty much all of it. I think. Wait, hang on. I'm going to just add a little bit of a sheen to here. That's working. Yeah. On the line art, that was a mistake. To undo all that now. And oh, I should have selected the area as well, but I was being lazy. Hang on. Select. Sheen, where's Sheen? Just wanted the floor to just kind of pop a little bit more. Oh, I forgot about the strip lighting. I'll put them the same layer as Sheen, I think. Or no, that's lighter. Lads, are you not bored? I'm bored of myself right now. And Darth Eved, brushes, I'll be honest, I've only started using... I had different brushes on my previous computer and I can't find them anymore, so I'm starting all over again. At the moment, I'm kind of hopping between... I'm starting with a couple and I'm going to build them out. But what do I have here? Where are the ones I'm using? Push that down. I'm using Kyle's Inkbox Mr. Natural Brush, Drush Pen Dry 17, Brayer Control. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick with just those brushes until I have a better idea. Although the one I'm using right now I have no idea what it is. Where is it? How do you find the brush you're using? 150. I know what that one is. What is that? 150. That's what I'm using. Old Brush Ink 5. I'm liking that one actually, so I think I'm going to put that in my favorites. Okay, I may not be using this properly at all. Come on. Okay, that is my favourite now because I like it. Go back to... Oh man, yeah, I'm getting tired. I always export my brushes for a backup. Yeah, I didn't know you could do that. Hey Mark, it's this old man tries to work a computer, pretty much, and it's a very boring show, I should add. Okay, I have this little strip lighting already kind of selected, so I'm going to do this across all the Yokami Doodles. Gee, I'm just going to make it very... Ah, crap. That's why shite was on the wrong layer. Yeah, I'm making mistakes now. I can tell I'm getting a bit, words. You know words, right? Anywhere else here? No. Yeah, I get no respect, Tatiana, you know that? I mean, considering how, like, amazing I am, you think I'd be getting more respect, but no. No. Not a chance. Dorothy Ved, these streams won't be more frequent, if I'm being honest. They take a lot out of me, but I'll try to them every now and then. Especially if I'm just colouring my own book for the next while, and there's nothing to really stop me from doing it. So normally I can't really be doing this because I'm doing like a Marvel book or what have you. So I don't really have that in my way. So no reason why I can't do it more often. Oh, cheers, guys. Thanks, Mark. Yeah. Oh, God, yeah, hoping. Ooh, I'm not nervous about this at all. Oh, boy. But, yeah, I hope it's looking good. I like the look of it, at least. The very least I can say. Well, no, I can't even say that it looks good. Doing me best, though. Getting there. I want to have 3 more pages done today. I'll definitely get these done. Actually, this one is pretty much done. In fact, I will finish this and I might call it a day then, guys, because I'm getting 2 hours on this. Oh, Jesus. I need to go to the toilet anyway. Let me just check my email. Okay. Right. So all I really want to do now is actually, there's one small thing. Actually, do you mind if I just run to the toilet very quickly, guys? I'm gonna be. Yeah, pee break. I'll just be 1 second. Woo! That's great. Wash my hands and everything. Okay. Oh god, yeah, I feel better now. Right. I hate all of you. It's putting a bit of a slide. Nope, too bright. I still have some jellies here. I'm treating myself. Sorry, I didn't think you'd hear me obnoxiously chewing. I'll lighten these a bit. I'll knock it down a small bit. Sometimes I wonder if any of this leaves a noticeable imprint, but what am I gonna do? And here I'm just going to paint a little bit of light in the backgrounds just to get a bit of a texture, a little bit of highlights. Colors. Oop. See this, I'm just I'm going to take this color, I'm going to paint in the back here, but I'm going to go heavier. I want like a kind of a bit of a brush effect. That's okay, it's not exactly what I'm looking for. Not quite. I should probably play off the highlight here on this. Yeah, I like that. I will just tone it down a small bit. And here I'm going to do the same with this background bit here. But I'm going to take this color and use that. And I'm going to paint just a little bit of highlight around Jonesy here, or sorry, Frankie is what I'm calling him. The same colors here. It is. desperately wanted just a little bit of texture. I'm going to take that down a bit again. So that way each kind of colour leads into the next one, you know. Though I will say there isn't really enough contrast this, so I think I want to blue it up a bit. So that means going back to the actual colour. That is a bit better, yeah, I think. Oh, why is that? Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's this page colored at least. So save. What I think I'll do is I'm going to just go and a little extra touch. I'm going to do another color hole layer here. And what's that? Preview mask. Yeah, there we go. And I just add a little glowiness here from the window. Just paint it in a little bit of a color hold. Just to push that as a light source a bit more. It just makes a nice kind of adds an extra nice glow to the windows. Let's see what happens now. The texture's popped in. How is this stuff looking? Well, I actually want the sky effect to pop out over the textures. Move these to from 8 to 6 again. I think it helps a little. Let's see now. Yeah, that's the whole page there now. What do you guys think? Do I need that much? Yeah, I'll take any and all praise you'll give me. What I'll do now is when I sign off, I will I'll go back on the other 2 pages and just spruce up those what's left of them. Hey, thanks. How many more to go? Ooh, that's 18 minus 4. 14 more pages to go. So I'll be at this for the rest of the week. Yeah, I got 3 done last night. That's one, but I have 2. Those 2 are pretty much nearly done. Like, so in maybe 2 hours I'll have those done. So then that'll be 3 done today, and I want to try to do 3 more before I go to sleep. Oh, thanks, guys. Actually, I noticed that I didn't add in my little highlights on... Oh, wait, I did. Or did I? I did. But you know what? I don't like where they're not popping where they were. Let me see if I can find them. Yellow sheen. So yeah, it's my own fault now for not where's my highlights? Oh, it's in characters. Hang on. See here, because I did add kind of like a highlight, but they've kind of been masked a bit now. Not that one, not that one, that one. Highlights, okay, this one. So where's the... Did I forget them? So yeah, I just get confused after a while. I think, you know what, I didn't, so I'm gonna... I'm just adding this small bit in here now, and then I'll show you all the layers again now before I wrap it up. Yeah, okay, that's that now. Okay, let's see, I'm gonna... Okay, so these are the flats that Tatiana did for me. Here's the line art. Oh, let me see. Really professional, like break out a future in this gig. Thanks, Mark, I appreciate that. Stop into this 24-hour colouring stream. Let's go. Layer madness. Yeah. CMA comics not working. If not working in colour, do you have a preferred method of applying background with just inks? Yeah. I mean, applying background with just inks. No, I just leave it open. To be honest. Sometimes I might do, like, I draw the outline of a building and just kind of wash in the top shape of it. I don't think I can think of an example right now off the top of my head. But since I know I'm colouring with this, I just kind of just leave, I help myself out in that regard. And sometimes I will do just texture stuff. I will put in texture and washes just to, you know, add a background element that isn't quite like an actual detailed background. Excuse me. Like sometimes I use more, I do a wash effect here. But I don't really feel like it's necessary because I'm only going to put a colour hold on it. I mean, clearly I have them somewhere, like, you know, this is a texture element. I could have just left that in colour, but I felt if I didn't draw it in the inks, I'd forget. Sometimes I would put in an effect here, but actually, to be honest, she's actually the effect in this scene. But yeah, no, I do. But like knowing that I'm colouring it does give me a little bit of just help me out a little bit, you know. Okay, right, so I'm just going to show you this page in stages again. So that was there were the flats. These were what I adjusted them to in colour. I'm actually going to just, I kind of don't like how straight his hairline is there, so I'm gonna right, okay. So then I tend to put in my overlays, which is like I knew she would be out the window. More overall blue on the background element, another blue on the characters, heavier blue on those foreground characters, Blue again just on certain shots of Old Dog here. Then I built up the characters. So I added a yellow to them. I added another, wait, that's actually, that's an unused layer that I've discarded. Where's highlight? Oh yeah, I added, you can see here I'm switching on and off, there's a little highlight on Old Dog's side of his face there. Those are actual highlights to the character's faces. This is, this is a layer, did I discard this one? Oh, this is, I believe, yeah, this is another layer of highlights, but he's at a different, it's at a different opacity. I want to be softer. This is some blue painted on, reflective blue painted on. This is an extra level of blue that I decided I didn't want in the end. Yeah, and then wee little layers. This is a little bit of yellow I added to the backgrounds, a little bit of blue I added to the backgrounds, a little sheen on the floor and the photographs. What's this now? This is a layer that I don't know, I didn't think of it, just a spare layer for some reason. Oh, there's this, you can't really see too well here, but it's the strip light. There I added. A little bit of light on the frames of the windows, some background element, just some kind of texture for the backgrounds. These are my texture layer. Sky at the window, and little highlights on the north. I just noticed I just want to do a little, I'm gonna drive myself crazy here. I just wanted to add a little these layers now as I don't need them. That was the characters. Here, I just want to add a little bit of colour to oh, it's way too heavy. Sticking a bit too flat to me there. Right, okay, done. Now this page is done. Although, wait. What do you guys think? I'm just going to throw it at ASCII since you're here. This blue on his face, is it too much? I'm going to find the layer and then decide if I want to get rid of it or not. Let's see. Close you. Characters. Okay. So what do you think? Is this too much blue on him, or do I leave it like this? Which is where I'm leaning towards. Oh, you think it's too much, Tatiana, do you? I think he actually does need to be a smidge darker though, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I just wanted to be a bit darker, I think. Mark thinks it's too much. Stylmentis looks like a Smurf. Toby Stylmentis, it's cool. William, very filmic, but maybe more dramatic than the scene suggests. That's a very good point, actually. This is it's hard to explain, but this is actually a bit of a more personal moment with him. But I think darkening him with the emphasis on his eyes is better than putting a heavy blue in him. So I think you're right. I think you're right. This is... Yeah, I'm not going to include that. But I have darkened him, and I think that's better. So what else do I have? Are these all the layers? Oh yeah, there's also some colour holes here. Sorry. So you can see the colour holes are in. And little subtle colour holes on the window frames there. That'll reflect like kind of glowy lights there. But I disagree, Tatiana. I want him dark so that she's light. I want more contrast between these two characters. If he's light, she's light, he's dark. Although, let me see, I might try a different layer type than... Where is it? Where is he? Let's see, I'll try a different... No, see, I don't... He looks too normal if it's light. That's the very same as normal, isn't it? Maybe overlay it's a little... Oh, the blue, I see what you mean. I should lighten up, not darken. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's gone. Yeah, I'm liking this now. It's a good page. So I still have this guy to finish, but really it's just some background elements in the windows. That's it. The rest is done. Same with the bottom half of this. The top half needs a little bit more work. Not exactly sure. I think I would add some yellow to the top of it, but yeah, I'm kind of I'm a little bit pooped now after 2 hours of it. Oh hey man, sorry. What's it? Oh, brain, me, no work. Sorry, I'm trying to remember your first name, man. Is it Maureen Cinnamon or Cinnamon Maureen? In any case, the artist of 20th Century Men is in the stream, but I'm afraid I'm tapping out though, man. I'm just checking. 2.5 hours I've been at this. Hooey. Yeah. Sorry. So yeah, clearly I need a bit more work here. A little bit of work there. This page is finished, and I have three more pages I want to do for the end of the night. So oh, Stippen. Alright, Stippen. But, yeah, that's it. I might do another one tomorrow, and depending how my day is going, because I'm trying to colour all this week, so I might do another scene tomorrow. So yeah, keep an eye out, we'll see. But thanks for everyone who popped in. That's, oh man, it's up to 18 people, that's pretty good. Cheers, Mark. I might try to do it later. I was thinking I'd do it later today, but then I thought I might chicken out, so I'll see how my day is going tomorrow, depending on what else I'm getting done. But maybe Mantis, maybe I probably will do it same time. Probably, yeah. I'll see anyway. But yeah. But thanks for popping in. Now I am tired. I need a cup of tea. And yeah, I'll catch you next time. So thanks a million, guys. Cheers.